Today I'm going to do the assembly on attitude. Attitude is everything. If we look at some of the pictures on the screen, the first picture is of an ex-Meaden student. She left, I think, 5 years ago, and she's leading the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery for Remembrance Day. This is a massive achievement. These are the people that you see on telly whenever there's a big event to do with the royal family or with anything really important in the country, such as Remembrance Day. And that young lady on the front horse is a Meaden student. In terms of the HM Revenue and Customs, we have an ex-student, an ex-Meaden student. He left us last year. At the age of 19, he's earning a whopping £26,000 a year. We've currently got 2 students from Meaden who are studying at Oxford. Oxford being one of the top universities, not just in England, but in the whole world. Jake Ball, playing for England, a cricketer, he was a student at Meaden. And in the little blue box, we have someone who runs and owns a multi-million-pound business which employs over 100 people, and again that man is a student from Meaden. So how did these Meaden students become so successful? They are ordinary people just like you, just like the staff here, and they have achieved major success in their life. It comes down to their attitude to everything that they do. So when Jake will have been having bad days when he was playing cricket, Jake wouldn't give up. He would go home and he would practice more. When the students who were applying to Oxford had to sit a very difficult exam, what did they do? They put in the effort, they practiced, they tried really hard, and there will be times when they did a practice paper and they didn't feel they'd done very well. What did they do? They made the decision to try again, work harder. They had the right positive attitude. The student who now earns £26,000 at the age of 19, he had to go through several interviews to secure that position, and it was difficult. He had to prepare for them, and what made him do that on a weekend when his friends were out partying or having fun? His attitude. He knew that to secure a job such as that, he would have to put in the effort, put in the work. So all of these people have a positive attitude. We're going to try and work out a little quiz to show how important attitude is. And this is from Mr. Farnworth. It's a saying that he has up in his office that I've always really liked. And for me, attitude is everything. So using the grid, I want you now on a page in your planner to work out the value of hard work. So the top row is the alphabet, and underneath it is a numerical value. So for example, H has a numerical value of 8. A has a numerical value of 1. So now in your planners, I'd like you to work out what the numerical value for the word hard work adds up to. Teachers, if you want to pause the video now so the students have time to work that out. So hopefully you've worked that out now, and if my calculations are correct, hard work, the value of this word is 98. So 98% we're going to call that for hard work. And now I want you to work out the value of knowledge. So using the same structure, the top row is the letter and underneath is the numerical value. So if you could now work out the value of knowledge. Again, teachers, if you'd like to just pause the video. And so the value of knowledge. Hopefully your math skills have come up with the same as me. The value of knowledge, 96%. Very high numbers, 98 and 96. And now I want you to work out the value of the word look. Teachers, please pause the video. So the value of look 47%. So what we have, folks, we have hard work, knowledge and luck. And there are three things that very much matter in life. Hard work, what you put into it, knowledge, what you get out of it, and luck. No doubt about it, luck plays a part in what happens in life. But thankfully, the way it's worked out with the numbers here, luck doesn't actually have a very high value to it. And that's right, because sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. So all of these make up a value. None of them make 100%. So what does make 100%? There'll be many of you who will have guessed by now what does, but humour me, and if you could work out this one for me. Teachers, please pause the video. So, 100%. Attitude is everything. Attitude. It's a really, really important lesson to learn. How did these people become so successful? These students from Meaden, just like you, because of their attitude, because they were willing to make mistakes. They were determined to be the best that they could be. Attitude to learning is where you are at now. This is where success starts. Your job at the moment is school. That's what your purpose is. You are here to learn. You're here to become the best that you can be. And there's no coincidence here as to why we use attitude to learning as a way of seeing how you are progressing or how much effort you are putting in. Willingness to learn. Even if you don't want to do something, even if you don't particularly enjoy a subject, the skills that you will get from every single subject in the school will help you at some point in your life. Working out puzzles, having to interview for that £26,000 a year job at the age of 19, being able to speak, being able to say what their thoughts are. Willingness to learn, even if it's not something that you naturally enjoy or are drawn to, putting in that attitude that shows you want to get something out of it. Being resilient. Sports people, Jake Ball, no doubt there are many times that he's missed a catch or not hit a ball as far as he should, but it didn't stop him from getting up and trying again. His attitude, he showed resilience in doing that. The young lady on the horse, no doubt there are times when the horse didn't go the way that she wanted it to go. There may have been times when she fell off the horse, but she will have been resilient. She'll have accepted that's part of the process and picked herself up and literally got back on the horse. Self-motivated. The gentleman who now owns and runs a multi-million pound business, something within him decided that he wanted to be successful in life in terms of a business that he runs, and my goodness, has he been successful. So what attitude did he have? He knew he had to work hard at school, and then he went on to do an apprenticeship at which he worked hard, and then within the business he kept pushing himself to be the best that he could be. What could he learn extra? What could he do? Determined, focused. Times when all of those people and the many, many, many thousands more who've been successful from Meaden, determined not to give up, determined to focus, determined when friends are maybe wanting to go out or do something different, they were determined to stay focused, to be the best that they could be. And reflective, understanding why sometimes things haven't worked out, being willing to consider things that you've done that maybe you could have done in a different way. All of the people on that first slide and many more who have been successful from Meaden will have this characteristic of being reflective, accepting responsibility. If you get something wrong, why has it gone wrong? How do I make it better? So attitude is everything. It's 100% everything. And at the moment, as young adults and young students, your attitude to learning is where that attitude starts. The habits that you learn in your life as a teenager, as a young adult, are habits that stay with you forever. There are many parts of my job that I may not enjoy as much as most of my job, but I still have to have an attitude that means I put in my very best for that. Otherwise, as a whole, I would not do my job well. And that's what we're asking you to do, Meaden students. Have the attitude that means you are the best that you can be in everything that you do, even if it is something that you don't enjoy, don't particularly like, because the skills you learn at school are the skills that will take you forward in life and help you to be so successful, and hopefully in 10, 15, 20 years time be the kind of students that we're talking about to the new generations. Thank you for listening, and remember, attitude is everything.